so much.
Stuck 30 miles outside of February. Scope it out on the back. Yeah, he's hockey up there. The rankings, yeah, the senior play feels like it's kind of hard this time of year to see his play.
Yeah.
It evolves as the year goes on, obviously.
What is this tournament called? Scheels International.
Hang on, I gotta pull up.
We're at H.A. Thompson and stuff. Oh, we know who's watching, I guess.
Who? There, that's the name of the tournament.
Scheels Girls International. Blaine Bengals taking a couple warm-up laps as we play game 1 of the 2025 Girls 12A Scheels International Tournament. Taking on the Rock Ridge Wolverines. They had about the same drive as us, 4 hours straight across the state of Minnesota. For game 1. Game today at 1 o'clock, another one tomorrow, I believe, at 1 or 1:30, then 8 or 8:30. One game today, 2 tomorrow. Pool play, top teams in the pool. They'll all get a 5th game. They'll play early Sunday morning for a semifinal. As we get ready to drop the puck. All right, Cave and Hasling. Who's on the far side? Steiner. Backed up by Hain and Keel. And in the net, that looks like Fulton. Bengals will win the first face-off of the game. Get it up the far side to Steiner. She'll cross the line. Offsides was Hasling, but they let us get away with that one. Slid back to Kin. She fires one down on net. Trickles through the near side crease. Over into the corner. Battling's Hasling, Caven. Caven comes away with a puck. Goes back down low with it. Takes a big shove from the back. That made her mom mad, as you can hear. Caven back up, grabs it in the corner, circles it around, centers it up top. Steiner can't get the shot off. That gets stolen. Now Hain will throw one and miss the net wide. Pinching down his Keogh, dumps it down towards the corner. Caven keeps the pressure on. Hasling slides down to help. Now Steiner's got it on her stick behind the net. Centers it out front, bounces off the side of the net. Picked up by Rock Ridge, and they'll come out through center ice. Turn that one over to Mac. Mac's going to dump this one in deep as the Bengals get a full change here. Pressure put on the far side by Lindsay. Poked away by Ari. Back behind the net she goes slowly. Looking for somewhere to go. Looks up top. Gets it up to Bree Simons. Simons, whoa, that's a long, high shot. That goes up over the top a couple of heads. Had a chance to go in. Is she a basketball player? That was a lobber. Face-off will be on the near side. 3 15-minute periods. They will resurface after period number 2. As Lindsay takes this face-off, she got Beam to her left side, Rivers to the right. Simons and Geisler back at the point. That one got tossed towards the front of the net, picked up by Rock Ridge, held in by Rivers, dumped in deep again. Loose puck back behind the net, pressure on the near side by Beam. This will slide up the near side wall. Poked away at the last second by the Bengals. Now Simons tries to drive one in deep. Picked off by Rock Ridge, and it's one-on-one the other way with Geisler. Geisler keeps her off to the right side, gets that long stick in the way, forces her to hit the bricks. Shot coming from the top of the slot. Blocker save for Fulton. Chipped out of the zone by Rivers. Oh, freebie. Bengals up the middle. That's Beam. Got it on her backhand. Shook it, tackled from behind. And the ref's arms are glued to the sides of their bodies. Can't pull a penalty. Wow. Watch the game before this. There's a couple of good bodies. Now Emma Andrews is like, they're going to let us play. We're going to play. Keogh brings it across the line, brings it into the zone on the left side, takes a long shot. Nice shot by the goalie to squeeze down on that one. 12:47 to go, period number 1. Still scoreless. Ed Thompson and Sons Arena, Fargo. 3 hours, 26 minutes from Blaine. Bouncing puck gets picked up by Rock Ridge Warriors. They'll bring it across the line. It's not the Warriors, it's the Wolverines. I apologize. Tossed out through neutral ice, back into the Wolverine zone. They'll circle over to the far side. Pressure put on by the Bengals. This will bounce off the stake of Hain. Can't follow the puck. There it is. Far side of the rink. Hain will get in front of her. Now it's a loose puck back behind the net, picked up by Kinsley. Fires it off of the near side wall. Can't get it out of the zone. Now it bounces over her stick. Emma Andrews will tap that one off the wall. Going to get an icing call here. That one just a little too hard. The Bengals will get their full change. 12:03 to go. Period number 1. Face off near side corner. Dennis is looking the wrong way. Game's over there, bud. Caven dumps that one into the corner. Quick tip attempt there by the Bengals to clear the zone. It's going to be loose on top of the slot. Geyser will fire it towards the line. They bring it back in towards the front of the net. Simons will tap it out the wall. As the Wolverines will go back behind their old net, back to the far side corner. Geyser pinches down, misses it. Now we got a 2-on-1 for the Wolverines back the other way. Simons keeps her out far to the right side. The centering pass gets through. One-timer, and Fulton will shut her down. Oh, don't throw that puck, kiddo. Tipped by, picked up by Hasley now. She's going to skate this one out of the zone. Don't ice that, kid. You got to get across the line. Another icing on the Bengals. We got to take 2 more strides before we ice that puck. 11:14 to go in the first period. Lindsay will take that face off, hands it off to Keogh. She'll fire it behind the net to Hain. Off the far side wall, just missed by Harper Rivers. Back to Kinsley. She'll go behind the net again to the near side for Keogh. She'll hit the brakes. This team goes back and forth behind the net plenty of times, but it opens up the ice. Now Rivers tries to get a pass up to a streaking beam, but couldn't get it on target. Slipped off her stick. Now Keogh. Another icing by the Bengals. Skate a lap. 3 icings by the Bengals in the first 4 minutes and 21 seconds of the game. Will bring the puck back to Fulton's left side. Emma Andrews at the faceoff dot for the Bengals. Gets tied up. Kill just iced it. Not strong enough. Refs will wave that off. Oh, high sticky. Waved off as the Wolverines touched it first. They'll come out of the zone on the far side, though. Nice job by Simons to get over to the wall and cut that one off. Now Andrews tries to go to the middle of the ice, goes off a set of skates. Now Liebens will get it across the line. She can't dump it in deep as it just gets inside Wolverine's zone. It comes all the way back to the near side for Bexley Kill to pick it up off the wall. Her pass slides all the way through to the far side of the ice. It comes right back out. Maybe back in. Maybe it didn't come out. Maybe it did. Now it did. Liebens takes a stab at it. Stuck in her skates. Geyser, pick that puck up and go. Back to Georgia on the far side. She tips it up to Liebens. A lot of standing around. First is getting these passes off her, moving a puck up the ice. Can't get it through the neutral zone. Now Kill will backhound it down into the zone. Picked up by the Wolverines. Kinsley taps it off the wall. Nice play by Kinsley. Got to it first. She'll battle just inside the zone. This one floats back out towards the line. It'll go high in the air. Picked up by Caven. She'll bring it in on the left side now. Down towards the corner. Hits the brakes. On the half wall. Circles in from the face-off dot. Looking to pass it over to Kinsley. Hank Kinsley high. Fires a shot. Rebound in front. Goal! Bengals! Rebound goal in front of the net. Off the assist by Hain. That one will get put in by Caven. Bengals will go up 1-0. 6 minutes and 8 seconds into period number 1. Bengals up 1 for their first goal in the Scheels International. We are away, right? Yep. You notice I might talk to myself sometimes. Keogh to Hain to Steiner. Between Steiner's legs. She gets a hold of it. Tries to drive it in. They come back out of the zone. Near side now for Keogh. Nice vision by Mack. Gets it to Steiner. Steiner's shot misses the net wide left. Loose behind the net for Ellie again. They'll collide. Wolverines with a nice pass in the middle of the ice. Can't hold on to it. Picked up by Keogh now. She'll bring it in on the left side. Fires this one in deep back behind the net. Pressure put on by Lindsay. Rivers. Couldn't get that shot off. There's a girl on the ice smaller than Harper. And she works hard. Gets this puck down low. Georgia will grab it. Does a loop-de-loo behind the net and brings it near side. I believe Mack is still stuck out there. Hasn't had a chance to get off the ice. Here we go. Harper Rivers up the far side off the stick of Keogh. Brings it in. Not sure if that was a pass or not. But we got a bouncing puck. Harper will get to that one. Flips it towards the front of the net. It's not going to get there. As Lindsay will slide it into the far side corner. Back up high for Geisler. Geisler to the top of the circle. Snapper shot into the glove. And we'll get a whistle, 7:27. As Georgia couldn't get anything on that one. Ibiayo. Double-digit viewers back home. First time this year. Lindsay back to Geisler. Geisler finally gets a little muscle on one. Got that in on net. Now Simons. Wow, airball. I like to pick on the parents when their kids miss the net. Now Lindsay behind the net again. Hits the brakes. Comes over near side. Geisler comes crashing down. Harper Rivers gets a shot off and just misses the far post. Lindsay doing a lot of work down low. Ari gets it on her stick again. Comes back near side. That one's going to bounce past the stick of Simons. She'll be forced to retreat all the way back into her own zone. And back behind the net she'll go. Gets it poked away from her. Slides it up the wall. Ends up on a Wolverine stick, but a nice job by Emma Andrews coming off the bench to poke that one away. Harper will dump it up to neutral ice. Keeps the pressure on. They slide it up back into the zone again. Geisler's going to pick this one up in the corner. Back to the near side for Zoe Beam. Zoe, far side of the ice. Kittle missed it. Brings it up on the left side and dumps this one in deep. As the rest of the Bengals get their change here. Rock Ridge Wolverines. Danny Liebens off the bench. Got just enough on that one to stop it. Now Bexley Kill from the left side. Goes for a centering pass as Liebens is crashing towards the net. Now Liebens will grab it on the near side. Off of her stick onto the Wolverines. Emma Andrews gets a piece of it. She comes over to the left side, looking to dump this one back behind the net. Wolverines are going to get this one out to the line. They can't get it out, and all they will. As Hain forces her into the inside. Mack brings it around near side for Bexley Kill. She'll chip it out of the zone. Take a shoulder into the wall. And And another loose puck at center ice gets dumped deep into the Bengals zone. We're down to 5:18 in period one as Keel goes far side to Hain. Back over to Keel. Keel runs it up the wall. Centering pass out front. It's a loose puck, but it bounces away towards the half wall as they'll center it up top. Shot from the top of the point. Danny Liebens with the block shot. Picked up by Andrews. No, kiddo. Tipped. No icing. Caven looking for her second goal of the game. Hits the brakes. Goes for another high shot, and that one goes over the top of the net. Rebounds far side. Liebens goes for his centering pass, but that one gets blocked away. Caven will come over and give her a hand just below the hash marks as the Wolverines come away with that puck and just slide it over to the near side of the ice. Simon steps up, gets it across the line, drops it off for Caven. Caven takes it down low, hits the brakes. Nobody giving out a hand there. Georgia picks up the puck, brings it on left side. Geyser pick a corner. What the heck was that? High over the top of the net. That's $6 she owes me. Wolverines will clear this out to neutral ice. Bengals get caught off sides here. Get a whistle, 3:58 to go in the period. Oh, as Geyser goes down, sniped in Fargo. Puck went towards the front of the net, picked up by a speedy Wolverine. She comes up the middle. She's got 4 Bengals around her, though. She'll take it down to the right side. Hain will cover the front of the net for the Bengals. Throwing up to the near side point. Another shot's going to trickle in towards the net, but picked up by Kinsley Hain. She'll fire it off the far side to Steiner. Steiner looks to the middle. Gets it onto the stick of Caven. Caven gives it near possession. Forward's going to change for the Bengals. 3:18 remaining in period number one. Intercepted by Harper Rivers in the slot. Backhands a shot. And that one trickles in on net as we get a whistle. 3:12 to go. Face-off should be on the far side of the ice. As the Bengal D gets her change now. Lindsey Beam and... why can't I think? Harper Rivers. Rivers. Geisler and Simons. Back to Geisler. Goes through her legs. Trying to pull up the plow. Gets it up, gets it out of the zone, and we're going to get an offsides on Rock Ridge. Face-off right outside the Bengals bench. Ari pokes that one up ahead. Joe, she's going to split the D here. Flips it up ahead, but just a little bit too far before she could get to it. Rivers dumps it down towards the corner. Pressure by Lindsay, gets it into her stick, bounces up ahead of her. Now she's going to look for a centering pass out front for Beam. Beam turns around, can't get the shot off. Bouncing puck, slides just past Geyser on the far side. That one will come up out of the zone. She'll circle around, gives it back to Rivers. Rivers into the zone. She'll tap it in on net, and it bounces out front. Goalie went to cover that one up and missed it. Held in by Beam. Beam dumps it down deep behind the net. Rivers is there. Geisler, if you're going to go after that puck, you got to get it, child. Wolverine's pass goes off of the skate of Ari Lindsay, dumped into the zone, picked up by Simon. She's going to skate this one up and out. Gets it across the line, trying to get it in deep. Takes out a Wolverine. As they'll come back the other way, up the far side of the ice. Tipped away by Hain. Centering saucer pass is no good as it comes into the near side corner. Kinsley stays on it. Andrews comes over to give her a hand. Andrews tries to dump it back in deep. Behind her own net. Rivers tosses it out towards neutral ice. Goes on and off the stick of Andrews. As Rock Ridge comes back in line. No pressure. Shot in on net. And that'll get scooped out of the air by Fulton. 1:22 to go in period one. Not happy, Dennis. Not happy with your effort. Face off won by Andrews. Pulled back into the corner. Hayne will come near side for Keel. Keel looks. Bounces it up off the wall. Loose puck. Keel stays on with the pressure. Gets there. Taps it away. Ends up back on a Wolverine stick. Tipped down into the corner now. Andrews will lift a stick. Wolverines come over to give themselves a hand. Centered out front. Bouncing puck. As the Bengals having issues clearing the zone here. And a quick block shot off the knee pad of Keel. Rock Ridge will take this one down towards the corner. Slide it towards the front of the net, and Amelia's had enough of that. She'll cover it up. 42.8 seconds remain in period number 1. Bengals up by 1 on a goal by Caven. Caven wins that face-off to Geisler. Loose puck on the face-off dot now. Bouncing around inside the zone. Dumped down into the near side corner for Simons. She fires it around the far side. Steiner stops it on the wall. Gives it to Geisler. Geisler looking for somewhere to go with it. Protects the puck nicely. Gets her over to Bree. Bree gets it taken away. Shot on net, 13 seconds to go. As Fulton was ready for that. Becky calling out the time on the clock for the girls. Down into the corner. Keel fires it far side. Bengals are going to have to go if they want to get a scoring opportunity here. Here it is for Ainsley Caven. 4 seconds left. Going to have to get this shot off quick. She'll get hooked. Centered out front. Trickles towards the net, and we'll get the horn. End of period number 1. 1-0 Bengals on a goal by Caven. We'll be back here in 2. 42nd period. Okay, I lied to you. They're going to resurface the ice. I did forget about that part. So we'll be back here in about 15 minutes for the second period. Bengals up 1-0. Scheels International 2025 12A Girls Tournament. Come on, Dennis, let's go. All right, back live here in Geisler Hockey. Faro, North Dakota, period number 2 about to get underway. As Lindsay will take the face off for the Bengals. Pulls it back near side for Hain. Hain taps it off the near side wall. Gets tied up off of the wall as Hasling will battle. Lindsay comes over to get a hand, slides back to Kinsey, and a quick pass to the far side of the ice. As Rivers couldn't get to that one in time, we're going to get another icing on the Bengals here. That puck stopped dead just below the line. Face off to Fulton's left side. Just 21 seconds into the second period. Lindsay will try again from the far face-off dot. Pulls it down into the corner. Mac heeded my warning. Told the girls I was walking in, you're going to have to pass awfully hard because there's about an inch of water behind the net still. Kill drags the leg just enough. Puck's inside the zone, tapped outside for Rivers. She'll throw it in on net and we'll get another whistle. As the Bengals make a full change. Wolverines only playing with 10 players. Emma Andrews will take the face-off. Nice job getting her body in the way. Turns around, fires it towards the net, and a backhanded shot for Levens. Won't get to the net. Chipped up ahead. Kill flips one down towards the net, and that one bounces into the glove. And they'll squeeze down on that one as our younger girls here on this line. Kill, Andrews, and Levens. Another nice job by Andrews on that face-off. Geiser will pinch down on her right side, gets there first, but doesn't hold on to the puck. And the Wolverines will come out with a one-on-one against Simons. But that puck gets bounced right back out of the zone by the Bengals. As the Wolverines go to throw this one in deep. Andrews stretches the ice to the far side to Kill. Kill will dump this one in back behind the net. Geiser, get down there for the pinch. They'd love a little more contact here up in Fargo. As Andrews put a body on a player in the near side corner. Now Simons battles on the far side. Pinches her up against the wall. Caven comes over to give a hand. As Kill will get bodied up into the wall. Battle just inside the line. Little shove into the back. Oh, Simons, good idea. Tried to get up near side to Levens. She'll slide it into the zone, comes right back out. Geiser now dumps this one in on net. As the D will get a change here. So Wolverines turn this one out through neutral ice, picked up by Hain. Hain gives it to Keogh. Keogh back to Hain, quickly up to Steiner if we can get there. Caven will slide it out to neutral ice. Poked up ahead by Hasling. Thrown back into the Bengals zone. Now Hasling tries to get this puck in deep, but it doesn't get in deep enough as the Wolverines turn around on the far side. Lindsay off the bench, gets a hold of it. Lindsay to the top of the slot, centers it over for Steiner, but she had her stick lifted up and couldn't get the shot off. Now Lindsay doing fine work below the net again. Hits the break, skids it over to Steiner. Steiner goes for a little chip shot, and that gets knocked off of her stick, comes back to Hain. Far side for Mack. Mack brings it into the top of the circle. A nice shot by Mack, and a rebound's there. We can't stick it in. Mack will step up again and fires off a shot. Goal! Matt Keogh and the Bengals. They go up 2-0 on the rebound shot by Matt Keogh. Bengals up 2-0 over the Wolverines. Excessive clapping. Laura Keogh clapped about 5 times too many there. She's still clapping. Laura. It's good. Proud mom moment. Got her on camera even. Dumped in deep again for the Bengals. Geyser pokes this away, keeps it in the zone and dumps it down into the corner. Beam will chase it down. Lindsay's there to help her. Centering pass, I don't know what Georgia was doing there. She was deep. But her D partner gives her a hand. Fights through a little hooking there. Fires it down the ice. They'll come back near side. Pick it up and go! See, there we go. Oh my Lord, child. She reverses. Oh, wow. That puck stopped dead behind the net in the water. Centered out front. Geyser will tip it to the far side wall again. Sharp angled shot slides through the crease. Picked up off the wall by Beam. She can't hold on to it. Now she'll toss it out to neutral ice. As Rivers stepped in front of one. Coming over back to Rivers. Stick on the right side. Going to take a long shot. And Dennis shrugs her shoulders. Yeah, it's a shot. Skate it in, child, he says, nodding his head. He's scared to talk in front of the camera. Assist given to Harper Rivers on the goal by Keogh. Bexley steps in front of a pass, gets the puck deflected high in the air. They'll gather it back up, get it on the zone, back on the Bexley stick. Trying to dump it in deep. That one comes back out to neutral ice again. Now Hain. She'll move through the little, passes it over to Bexley, holds on to it. Gets a shot on net. Now Andrews goes low with it. Gets that one poked away up in front of her. Now kill a battle in the far side corner, getting the body in the way. Slides back towards Mack. As the Wolverines tap this off of the wall, they can't get by Keogh. As Keogh knocked that one down, now we got a defensive player steps up and slides one towards the net. But Kinsley Hain, we got to be careful behind that net, girls. Before we started our game, the game before us had a whole period on it, and there was still water behind the net when we started our game. 60 degrees up here in North Dakota. Shot on net, stick save for Fulton, cleared to the side by Keogh. Now Emma Andrews comes up the boards. That's a trip all day long. I don't know how they don't call that. And a loose puck behind the net again. Hain gets there first. Fires it off the backside wall, comes all the way out to neutral ice. Wolverines will try the far side this time. Cross the line. Dump that in deep. And a check attempt by the Bengals. Oh boy, turned over at the top of the circle. Can't get the shot off though. Now they will, and that one almost snuck by. As Max had enough, she does a smart one. That one fires it. Oh man, we get burned. Even Rock Ridge knows that was a bad call. They're saying tipped. Oh, the ref's even shaking his head. He's yelling at him. I haven't seen a ref fight in a long time. Yeah, you didn't see that on YouTube?
No.
It was a Blaine Bengal game.
Was it?
Yeah. The drunk guy. Simons will bounce it off the wall to Steiner. Steiner comes out of the zone. That puck is sticky. Gets it in. Caven, top of the slot. They give her a little bit of room. She chips it up in the air, and it bounces over the top of the net off the shoulder of the goalie. Geisler will pinch down on the right side. Drives this one down and deep. Still has it on her stick. Looks to dump it behind the net. Circle towards the net. Nobody's on her. She's bigger than most. Back behind the net she goes again. Fights off a couple of Wolverines. Still got it on her stick. Tips it off of the wall. And the little one take it from her. Back to the point for Simons. Ricketts off a shot and a tip in front attempt by Caven. Tipped her wide. Now Hasling will hold it down, dumps it into the corner again. She chases it back down, gets a quick slash in there, tips it away onto Steiner's stick. Steiner and Hasling battle in the corner. Girls are all over the ice here. Lots of shoving. Poked away, picked up by Steiner. Now she'll get tied up on the wall. Hasling gets up off of her knees, gets it on her stick, tries to give it back to Ellie. But the Wolverines will center this one up and it'll come out of the zone. Picked up by Simons. Dump her back deep. You got him on the fritz. Inside the zone, tossed towards the net, loose behind the net. Lindsay's going to hustle over on the right side. As that one gets cleared out, there should be an icing. And we will call icing on that one. 7:29 to go, period number 2. Bengals up 2 over the Wolverines. Lindsay, Beam, and Rivers. Pulled back to Hain. Hain dumps it behind the net. Lindsay continues great work down low. Still on it. Up in the air. Far side Rivers. Does she drink milk? I'm just kidding. Kinsley fires it off the near side. Beam gets it into the zone and dumps it in deep again as Lindsay will go to work below the net. Defense turned right into her that time. Nice job getting the knee in the rear. Holding her up against the wall. Lindsay comes away with it. She's got Harper's out front. And the pass by Lindsay gets picked off by the Wolverines, and they'll come back the other way on the near side. Dumped in deep. Loose behind the net, rolling up on its edge. Yeah, down on the lake. Lindsay tries to slide that one up ahead. Gets it to Rivers. Rivers, you got her. Just missed her. Bean battles number 14 for the Wolverines. They'll fire it back out to neutral ice. Hain does a nice job of waiting for the Bengals to get back on side. What is that offsides call? What? I don't know what that was.
They're not doing delayed here. Of course they
don't. We'll never get it back. We'll never get it back.
It's so dumb.
Tipped into the zone by Lieben. She dumps it down towards the corner. Fired off of the near side wall. Andrews centering pass. Danny fires off a shot and tries to kill the ref for that terrible offsides call he just made. Dump back down low. Thrown in front of the net again. Comes over to the near side. Back up, Geisler. Intercepted by Andrews. Nice little move by Emma. Her shot will go off of a stick and goes high behind the net. Back over to Emma, near side. Oh, Geisler pitches in. Oh, no, one-timer's no good. Just couldn't get enough off of it. Georgia slid down in front of the net. Now Andrews tries to shove it in from the side, and the goalie's out of position. But we can't get the puck towards the net again. Geisler steps up, slides one towards the front of the net. Chill fires off a shot, and it misses the near side post. Andrews down low, gives it back up high for Simons. She waited too long. Simon's going to try again from the top of the slot. And that one will get covered up as the Bengals had about 5-6 shots in a row there. None of them go in. 5:13 to go, period number 2. Yeah. I know, you have to keep her in the zone. Caven, far side, pulls it back towards Mack. Mack steps up, one times this down in front of the net, picked up by the Wolverines. Will circle back to the near side. Steiner stays on her hip. She escapes her and goes to the far side, circles in front of the net. Dangerous move. Turns the puck over. But the Wolverines will bring it out on the far side with a little bit of rush. Poked away by Keogh just across the line. Andrews gives it far side, bounces over the top of the stick of Ainsley Caven. She picks it back up, carries it in far side from the right, looking for a backhanded centering pass. It was there. Kinsley, she's tied up, can't get the shot off as she'll hook a player. Penalty on the Bengals, they'll get away with it. Caven, snipered, tipped out in front, and it bounces into the net. Nice tip by Steiner. Well, that ended up into the glove. 4:26 to go in the period. Face-off won by the Wolverines, pulled back into the corner. Wolverines will sneak it out on the near side. Oh, that's a great opportunity there. Rivers taps it off of the far side wall, comes all the way back to Simons. Good decision by Simons. Skates it in, gives it to Lindsay. She airballs one over the top of the net. Beam battles down low, flips it to the far side corner. Harpers gets there, slides back to Bree again. Shot by Bree into the glove, 3:45. And we'll get another whistle. We're supposed to be watching the game.
How far can we stretch this before?
Right? Rivers manhandling another one over there. Not very nice. Jeez. Lindsay's shot slides past the post. Beam hustles over towards the corner, takes it back down low, tied up. Stays down low with it. Lindsay's there to give her a hand. Lindsay slides it to the front of the net, and that one will get intercepted by the Wolverines. Nice hustle by number 9 as she comes out of the zone with it and dumps it deep into Bengal territory. Simons, there's 6 on the ice there. Just held in the zone. Bounces up and out onto the stick of Beam. Bouncing puck. Picked up by the Wolverines on the near side. Nice job by Andrews flying off the bench there. This one gets driven down behind the net for Mack. Quickly makes that decision. Rivers tips it just enough to get it out to neutral ice for Andrews. She'll bring it up on the far side. Works back towards the middle. Emma Andrews all alone. Gets the shot off and it goes off a set of knee pads before it can get to the net. We thought they were just screwing us, but it's everybody. Another tripping call missed by the Zebras here. Hayne behind the net. Far side for kill. And that'll be an icing on the Bengals. 2:09 remaining in the second period. Oh, Grand Rapids?
Yeah, Grand Rapids and the kids were refereeing and then felt like this.
Ainsley Caven wins another face-off, pulls it back towards the corner. Mack throws it behind the net for Steiner. Steiner slides it out to neutral ice. Rock Ridge will get there first. Nice little regroup there. Steiner able to dump this one back behind the net. Just a slight hesitation there. As the Wolverines get there first, Kinsley Hayne from the faceoff dot goes round. It's a rebound there for Hasling, and she can't tap it in. What a save for the Rock Ridge Wolverines goaltender. 126. And a nice backside save there. Saving the Wolverines from going down by 3.
slick he's a big heavy break the bar.
Face off far side for Lindsay. Pulled back to Rivers. Rivers tossed it towards the front of the net. Got deflected to the near side wall. Lindsay tied up. Beams there. Back to Geisler. Geisler fires one on net. The rebound's there. The Bengals couldn't get there in time as she quickly covered that one up. Back to Geisler. She'll skate this one in. Slides off of her stick. Partners there to help her out. Backhands it. Trickles towards the net. Stopped by Rock Ridge. Now Simons will dump it down deep again. Wolverines will get the first. They'll whiff on it. Geisler pinches down towards the corner. Here's a chance for Lindsay. Can't hold on to it. This one will slide out to neutral ice. Nice job by Simons to hustle over to the near side. That was offsides. What the heck? Ooh! Rivers dumps it behind the net again. That one slides out to neutral ice. This one's going to trick. Oh boy, I'm scared. Where's Joe? Fired out to neutral ice, and then offsides come in against the Wolverines. 17 seconds remain in period number 2. Scheels International 2025. Girls 12U A and B up here this weekend. Payne goes far side to kill. Overskates that one a little bit, but gets it into the zone, not deep. This one comes all the way back out to Kinsley. Her shot will get intercepted. Now Andrews hustles through the middle of the ice and grabs a loose puck. Looking for somebody, nobody there, and the 2 Rock Ridge Wolverines will go down at center ice. As we're done with 2, Bengals go up 2 on a goal by Matt Keogh to put the Bengals up. Oh, wrong. Let's see if the microphone can pick up the Bengals over there. This is for broadcasting only here, man. Back for action here in period 3 up at Fargo. Rock Ridge will dump this one in deep in the near side corner. Back to the near side point. No shot there, and a nice job by Liebens to get out there and cover the D. Now Emma Andrews will take up off with it. Moves her way towards the middle of the ice. Weaves through a little bit of traffic, slides off of her stick, and we'll get an offsides on the Bengals. As Hayne tipped that one back in. Ooh, this is almost better. Back to Geisler. Over to Simons. Near side. Bengals are way off sides on that one. We'll try this again. Still 14 and a half to go in the game. This is nowhere near locked up. Bengals only up 2. Caven wins that face-off. Back to Simons. Simons pass. Couldn't get to Geisler. Oh, wow. Sorry. Georgia being mean out there. Hasling, she'll get it out of the zone on the near side for Caven. Tip back in. Simons slides it far side to Geisler. Geisler pick it up. Move towards the middle. She gets a one run. She's, oh my Lord. 3 offsides in the first 50 seconds of period number 2, or 3, excuse me, as Geisler had a path to the net. Becky's even mad. Back to Geisler. Quickly to Simons. Simons gets it poked away. Picked up by George on the far side. Passes it near side off of the stick of Hasling. Into Wolverine territory. Oh my Lord, that's 5 offsides in the first minute. We've had 2 line changes in the first minute and 10 seconds of period number 3. All right, let's try again. Kinsley will bring it in, right side. Oh, they almost passed it in for us. Quick shot off the side of the net for Keel. Centering puck, and it went off the side of the net. It's just going to sit there. They'll battle for it. Goalie tries to cover it up. It'll sneak pass free off a beam skate. She'll dump it back down towards the edge. Lindsay gets it poked away from behind. Loose on the far side again. Oh, man. Harper Rivers from the left. Dumps it down deep again. Mack forced to stretch all the way to the far side of the ice. Now she's got to come all the way back to the near side of the ice. I keep thinking I hear a whistle, but I think it's just girls screaming. Rock Ridge, top of the slot, looking for the shot. They get the shot off. Fulton will hold on to that one as the Bengals get another change. Andrews wins another faceoff. Good job by Emma here so far this weekend. Taking the faceoffs. Right side point poked away. Oh, come on, Danny. Step in front of her. Bexley Kill. She's got 2 hands, but she chooses just one. Got a couple of girls this in summer hockey. We had threatened to tape their hands to their sticks. As Andrews comes out with it, moves up the right side. Here comes Emma Andrews. Shot from the faceoff. That goes off of the mask. Went for a backhanded rebound afterwards, but that puck just floated out front. She'll cover it up. 12:07 to go. Just talking to Eric here a minute ago, talking about the speed difference going from 10A hockey to 12A. Bigger, stronger, faster. A lot of stuff you used to be able to get away with as Geisler takes a one-timer trying to get money from me. I don't think that one counted. This one slides back to her stick again. Now she's got to pick it up, move it up the ice. Tips it off of the wall, gets it into the zone. It gets fired right back out by the Wolverines. They'll wave off icing as Simons chases it down. Oh my gosh, backhanded shot. Nice job by Fulton to be ready for that. 11:33. I like to blame the parents in these situations. Now Mac. Picked up by Lindsay. Ari, oh my gosh, she looked. Nice job by Lindsay. She just couldn't get it to her. Comes back to Ari though. Loses an edge, pops back up and battles in the corner. Zoe will give her a hand. Lindsay wins that battle, but they came down and collapsed on her again. As the Wolverines will skate this one up out of the ice, 3-on-2 the other way. Zoe on the back check, Lindsay on the back check. Lindsay gets a poke on it. It's a loose puck on the near side of the ice, backhanded towards the net. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Fulton decides to clear the puck on her own. Harper Rivers throwing some jabs there. As Zoe's finally going to clear this puck out of the zone. Not gracefully, but it comes out. As a Wolverine will lose an edge just inside the lone. Geyser pick it up. Nowhere to go. Circles around, goes back to her partner on the far side. Off the wall. Andrews steps it up. Way offsides. I don't know if we've had this many offsides. Have we had this many offsides the whole season yet? No. The Bengals called for another offsides. That's a stat I doubt they want to know. Emma again with the face-off win. Back to Geyser on the far side. Off the wall to Liebens. Liebens goes to dump it in deep. A nice play by the Bengals there. 9:54 remain in the game, up by 2. Georgia from the half wall gets a shot on net. And the goalie keeps that one out as well. 9:41 to go in the game. As the forwards will change for the Bengals. Hasling, Steiner, and Caven will come out. Back to Georgia. Georgia near side for Simons. Simons. I really thought that went in. Steiner in the corner. Flips it down low. Wolverines will try this side. Pinched off by Hasling. Picked off by Caven. Simons forced to dump this one in deep again. Back behind the net. Geyser will intercept this one before. No, she misses it. Here comes Georgia Geyser all alone. Dangle, dangle, dangle. Score, my Lord! She misses the net. Oh! Geyser dangles her way through a little traffic and then shoots that one wide as this one goes back into the far side corner again. Bengals with pressure down low, doing very well behind the net. Wolverines will sneak their way out with this one though and come up on the right side of the ice and dump it in deep as they're desperately in need of a change. Geyser grabs a loose back in the far side corner, sees Hasling right on her stick, and a nice catch by Hasling. But she couldn't hold on. Mack off of the near side wall. Picked up by the Wolverines. They'll bring it in, center it out front. Too much traffic. Here comes Ari Lindsay. Use your speed, kid. Gets around on the right side. Ari Lindsay fires into the belly. Nice hard shot though. And it didn't go over the top of the net, Jason, so that's good. Jason's like me, likes to pick on his kids when they miss the net. Ari will take this face off on the far side. Oh, smart decision by Beam. Woo! Well, there's a great shot by Ari Lindsay, the one-timer from the top of the slot. Hard, low shot. And actually a great save for the goaltender for the Wolverines.